Hello everybody, welcome back to Path of Nostalgia. This video we are looking at a very old icon, a very old character who has been around since the late 40s and has been entertaining children since, and thinks still on today. We are talking about Noddy. Yes, we're talking about Noddy. Who remembers Noddy? My goodness, I mean, he's quite old, he is. I mean, he's like I said, he's been around in the late 40s. Obviously, first and foremost, he's created by Enid Blyton. Yes, Enid Blyton. Who remembers Enid Blyton, Famous Five? And there's some girl novels or something my sister used to read, or I remember at school, primary school or something. And she created this character, of course, and he's basically like a living legend, he is, all of a sudden. So, let's begin. So, the character of Noddy is a little boy made out of wood. He's basically he's a bit like Pinocchio, but without the nose, lion nose and stuff like that. And he basically travels around this place called Toyland as a self-employed taxi driver, which is something I never knew. I just thought it was like some local boy just does jobs and stuff. But as researching this for this video, I think no, he's a self-employed taxi driver. I thought, okay, so that's what Enid Blyton was planning to do. I thought he was like some helpful, clumsy delinquent or something that goes around this place called Toyland, filled with interesting characters, of course. And yeah. So if you're wondering what this title, if you look at the title below, it says Noddy's Toyland Adventures. I'm talking about the 90s television show that I remember, which is created by Cosgrove Hall, and it was aired in the BBC about in 1992, I think. So obviously, first things first, I had some of these VHSs back in the day. I think I still do, actually, somewhere. Albeit up there, up in the attic somewhere, which is going to be cleaned out when, who knows. So I'm going to... So, there was some talks about cleaning this attic out. I mean, look, my parents were saying stuff there for about, I think it was maybe about a day or two ago, and there was lots of stuff up there. And, you know, there's cassettes, LPs, there's lost, like music sound systems, maybe a couple of toys, who knows up there, and maybe a lot of my parents' clothes in suitcases. And obviously, I'm waiting for that chance to come, you know. And also, my mum said, well, the VHS, when we get VHS done, that's your main department, that is your sort of job to do, you know. You can sort stuff what you need, what you want, and obviously so on. And obviously Noddy was one of the shows I used to watch on VHS. My parents bought me all sorts of stuff. They did. I mean, it's quite surprising. I mean, some of these shows that I'm covering have been sort of, I've seen VHS years ago. You mean, I used to get like old 80s VHSs and stuff in the early 90s and stuff. You know, my parents used to get me from anywhere and anywhere. Oh, this is going to be a constant thing throughout some videos, I would say. And yeah. So obviously, Noddy's Toyland Adventures came out in the 90s, done by BBC, created by Cosgrove Hall, who did other stuff like Count Duckler, like I mentioned before in the very first video, and maybe a few others are coming up soon. I won't tell you what they are, but you might be surprised. However, Cosgrove Hall actually a very good production company. They did well. Brian Cosgrove. Well, there's Brian Truman, there's Brian Cosgrove, and obviously their style of animation is really good, very fluid, very different ideas, very interesting stuff, and obviously doing some adaptations from very famous children's books. That's something that they did. The animation, of course, is very nice, you know, very slick, very nicely done. You know, it's very good indeed. There's a slight narration in there, but it's mainly the voice actors very much that take the spotlight. A woman who's portraying Noddy, however, you got that sort of feminine quality. You think, is Noddy a girl or is he a boy? Well, he's a boy anyway, but sort of cheerful little boy who basically goes around, has a little bell on the side, and goes around helping people. It's either bears, elephants, some fat policemen, going against some goblins who live in the woods. And Toyland itself is very interesting. It's very colourful. It's very sort of interesting, very design-wise, architecture-wise. It's very pretty interesting, very colourful, sort of mixture of anything like old-fashioned, maybe like old-fashioned basic doll's house or something like that. I mean, Classical 4 actually did a great job of doing that. The theme tune, of course, I'll mention the theme tune, who I can remember, is very recognisable. It's very simple, very minimal, but it's very sweet and charming as well. It's very good. I mean, it's quite, I would say, well, like I say, it's, well, I don't know how to describe what's, the theme tune itself is charming, it is, it's got a lot of charm to it. It's simple, it's magical, it is, it has a magical type of style to it, and obviously, I think people remember the name, like Noddy, was the little boy with the little red and yellow car, all the way to Toyland. So I think it is, I think that's how it goes. It's been a while since I've seen it. But people still remember the theme very much, or at least some people still do. Yeah. So obviously, it's animated nice. It's the voice actor's done. The theme tune's very good, and it's done quite well. I think it lasted for about 4 seasons. I think so. It's done at a fair share. It has, or 3 or 4, who knows? And done one of the niceties, and it was nicely broadcast by the BBC, of course, and did well. However, since then, I would say since when the original series finished, it's been upgraded to CGI and is now broadcast on Channel 5. Oh boy, oh. Nice bit of slap in the face. Yeah, I saw a glimpse of it and I thought, no, it's not, it is absolutely not good at all. Oh, it's too clean, it's too bright. It's too soft as well. Too soft. I mean, look at it, it's too soft. And obviously with CGI and also with television these days, the intellectual scales drop down very much. It's, and what I like about the original, it's sort of interesting. It delivers sort of interesting dialogue. It's got better drama as well, which is good. It's charming, it's funny, it's playful. It displays some characters with some different motives and personalities, which is interesting because you have, particularly the one I can remember is the milkman, obviously, because he gets quite sad and depressed. Really, he's a depressed milkman very much. He's always sad. He's always gloomy. You've got the old-fashioned bears very much. The little bears who's a bit like old-time white bears you might think from the 1940s. Like they dance, trying to do maybe I can remember they were doing the waltz or something like. You think, oh no, are they ill? No, they're doing like old-fashioned waltz. They are. It's like they're the elders. They are, and you've got the interesting stuff. You have the authority of Mr. Plod. I remember who's big, the fat policeman who tends to tumble over. I can't remember who else. I'm trying to think who else it was, but it's a guy who's got a ball as a base. I can't remember his name though. I can still remember him a bit more. There was River Bear. You have Big Ears, of course. Big Ears. How can I forget Big Ears? Not his best friend, who's the oldest, very much. Basically sort of like a friendly. No, he's more of a gnome. It's very much. Sort of like Noddy, sort of like a father figure to Noddy, very much. He's got wisdom. He's got his kindness. He does, and he does well. Oh yeah, the weirdness. For various for the obvious reason, the name Noddy, of course. Now I just thought Noddy is just a simple name. I think of like Noddy Holder from Slade or something, and you thought that's like a typical boy's name, pretty much like an old-fashioned boy's name. However, the main reason for Noddy is actually through a interesting thing. This is interesting. He has this very horrible feature, which is very disturbing. When I researched it and looked at it again, I thought, my God, oh, that is absolutely creepy. That is really creepy. I think it's a scene from Sixpence or something, or it's an episode somewhere, and it's the end bit where the milkman, I can't remember the name of the milkman, but however, he says, can I pull your bell? And Noddy says yes, and he pulls it, and his head bounces up and down, and I thought, oh my, Jesus Christ, that is absolutely creepy. Oh, why have they put that in? Oh my God. I thought Fenella from Charleston Wheelies was creepy. My God. Now they call him Noddy for a reason. Oh. And the second thing I found out was there's a live show of Noddy, and the introduction of Noddy is absolutely terrifying. What the hell? Let me picture this now. I'll tell you what, I'll deal with this now. We get introduced to Big Ears first, and he meets this boy made out of wood, who's played by a woman actually, and in the forest. He calls him Noddy, and he gets learned to speak, and becomes Noddy, and gets into, well, he's basically, I would say he's a wooden nude boy at the beginning. Okay, alright. So, he introduced Noddy on a stage show. This is the sort of beginning of Noddy. We see him as a young wooden boy who's got his rosy cheeks and stuff, but he's nude. He's made up what he's nude, and he comes from a forest, and he meets Big Ears, he calls him Noddy, learns to speak English, and then he gets into his sort of like typical clothes that he gets from a small market stall. Really? Really? Who thought that up? Who wrote that? Who directed that? Who made that show, that stage show? You can get it on VHS, there's no DVDs. I'm surprised why. I'm surprised why that never got a DVD release whatsoever, and why people forget this stage show whatsoever. My goodness, my God. I'm going to finish now. So I've been talking about Noddy, mainly about Noddy's Toyland adventures from 1992, I believe, done by Cosgrove Hall, and I remember from childhood on VHS. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye. Oh.